Hello, my beautiful and lovely divine feminines. This is a special video just for you. We're not going to look into the masculine's energy today. As you guys know, I've taken about 6 days off, a much needed break from tuning into the twin flames and tuning into, in particular, the divine masculine. It was, it gets exhausting to continuously tune into their energy, especially if there's karmic energies, involved in that as well. So I took a much needed break, but I was very called when working with all of our clients. We had a very busy week, and working with all of you, really called to talk about specific themes that are coming up for the DFs. And I wanted to let you guys know that we have a very special announcement this weekend here. I've already announced it over on the community tab on the channel, but for just this weekend until 9 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday, April 17th, we have our program $400 off at $25.99 if paid in full. So definitely take advantage of that. Don't lose out on that offer, because at 9:01 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday, this Sunday the 17th, the price will go back up to the original price of $29.99. So we're excited to have you guys. And I know a lot of you guys have, told us in private sessions, you've been kind of back and forth, and I just want to encourage you to go with your heart and try to step out of the mind when making that decision to join the program or for any decision right now, because it's very easy to get stuck in the kind of pathways of the mind and to forget or kind of just put aside or set aside what the heart and what the soul really needs. So really want you guys just to tune into your intuition and your gut at this point in the journey. Tune away from the divine masculines as much as possible. So what many of you are doing, but there is still kind of that struggle because the divine masculine energy pulls at you. So just permission to really do your own thing right now, divine feminine. Permission to continue walking your path, even if it's a solo path at this time. Permission to heal, permission to laugh, permission to be abundant. So that being said, we're going to go right into the reading tonight. It is Friday night, so I do hope that you guys are having a really, really nice and blessed full moon in Libra weekend. And let's get started. So believe it or not, we're going to start with the Angel Answers deck. The deck is kind of calling out to me here. So we're going to start here. The deck has 3 separate portions or 3 separate parts. I may not use all of them, but we are going to get some advice from the angels for the divine feminine. So advice from the angels here for the divine feminine. All right, so let's take a look here. Oh, and I realized I didn't tell you. If you are wondering where to sign up for the program, you can check the description box below for the website. You can sign up there through PayPal. You can also just use a debit card. You can also use a Apple Pay. So there's various options there. It's very easy, very simple, and we will get you in the program. We are starting to, the first call will be Saturday, April 23rd. So it will be next weekend. So there's time to sign up there, time to make that decision. But look, guys, look, exactly what I was just talking about here. So the cards are validating what it is that we need to do as the divine feminine energy. Listen to your intuition. So when making any decisions this weekend, move with the energy of the full moon, move with the energy of your inner chi, your inner life force, and understand that the decisions that you're making will have a long-lasting impact on your journey, on the rest of your life, on other people's lives. Like I always talk about, it's a wave effect, and it's a ripple effect. So keep that in mind, but trust what it is that you're feeling. Like, don't go into that kind of panic mode, or don't go into overthinking. My Virgos out there, my Virgos in particular, you can trust your intuition. It's reliable, it's accurate. You can never go wrong when you're listening to your own self and your own gut. So trust that the messages that you're receiving, right, the green lights or the red lights, are trustworthy at this time. Have faith in your feelings about everything that you're experiencing right now. And whatever insights you're having into other people, maybe their motivations or their true feelings, those are also accurate. So there's no need to question what it is that you're feeling right now, divine feminine. No need to question your gifts. Romance, that's been coming in a lot. And trust your intuition. Trust what it is that you're feeling. So 2 very validating cards there to just whatever it is, guys, I know a lot of you are like, a lot of you, we do twin flame checks, whether you do a discovery call or a flame call or just a twin flame check. And in those calls, if you'd like, we tell you if you're actually in a twin flame connection or if it's another type of connection. And we've had 2 people this week say, I wish you were going to tell me it was no, because I didn't want this to be my twin flame. I actually just wanted a soulmate. So there's a lot of energy out there, like lack of faith, just wanting off the journey, not believing in the journey, not trusting the journey. So I think definitely that's why these cards are coming up right now. It's a time to trust, and sometimes it's better that we don't have all the answers right now, that we just have to sit in this uncertainty and trust that whatever is to come is going to come in divine timing, in a divine way, and that everything will unfold the way that it's supposed to. So there's an element of surprise here, and I think this is also surprise in romance. So some of you are going to be surprised. You're going to think, I thought this person was gone forever, whether it's your counterpart or somebody else, or I didn't think I'd ever step into this kind of abundance, or I just never saw myself moving here or doing this or taking this job. And you're going to see that there is an element of surprise here in some of these arenas in your life, because there's something really amazing in store for you at this time. And I know some of you probably have been kind of flying under the radar when it comes to romance, and you probably don't think that it's in the cards for you in this lifetime, or you've written it off, or you just haven't had any luck. But your angels are saying there is definitely romance on the horizon, and I think it's about to enter your life. So don't let what has happened thus far shake your confidence, and have faith that love is on its way to you, divine feminine. Okay, let's get I definitely want to get to the timeline, because this is getting juicy. So we're definitely going to tap into the timeline here. I don't normally read for timelines, but I've been really kind of called to do so recently. So in a year from now, the way that I read this is, in a year from now, things will be entirely different. So in a year from now, things will look very different from the way that they look now. And I do see this as a family for some divine feminines, the family you've always dreamed of. It's the foundations are being laid now. The foundations are being laid now for the future. So it doesn't mean it's going to take the whole year. It just means that for it to come to full fruition and in all the ways in which you desire, it may take, a year, a better part of a year, but the foundations are being laid now. So I think that's important, that you understand that it's not that it's going to take a year, but it will occur very sooner than you imagine. And your angels are working behind the scenes, even if you can't see that right now. And I think that's important for the feminine to understand as well, because we can't see what's happening. So we think there's stagnancy, or we think nothing's changing, but in fact, a lot is actually changing. So let's get a read here from one of my favorite decks here, the Earth Magic Oracle cards. I like the grounding element that they bring to a reading. I like the magic. I like the magic here that they bring to the reading. And all right, this is a reading for the beautiful divine feminine energies. If you're a divine masculine, you know that you can watch this for your inner divine feminine that is in the process of being birthed on the planet at large. So spring equinox, we're just about to hit that here in the northern hemisphere. So we're about to we already hit that. No, we already hit that spring equinox, I think, unless I'm losing my mind. I think it's already happened. If not, it's about to happen. It's a rebirth energy. So it's the energy of life. It's a life-giving, a life force energy. Very earthy, which is what I was picking up on. It's like I knew I needed to do this reading because I knew that people needed to be grounded. You may have thought that you were going to be in this death energy forever, feminine. You may have thought nothing is changing. I don't see a way out of this situation, right? That this is never going to end. And the darkness might have been enveloping you day and night. It might have been really challenging to stay afloat. I know the months of December through March were really challenging. So, just bear that in mind, that peace is on its way, and this rebirth energy is going to bring new and fresh energies into your life. It's like a breath of fresh air. So where there were cobwebs, where there was darkness, where there was confusion and fear, it's going to be replaced by joy and abundance. And as you know, with the spring equinox, we get more light. So what happens is the days get longer. So you get light longer. So the sun sets instead of, 6 p.m. or 5 p.m. Now it's like it's setting at 8 p.m. right in the summertime in the Northern Hemisphere, because the light has increased. So the light is increasing within you and the light is increasing on the planet. So whenever I see a rebirth, I associate this with the death card, number 13 in the zodiac, death and the rebirth card. I know that in order for the phoenix to rise, the phoenix first had to go through many, many significant challenges, like Odysseus in the Odyssey, right? He had to go through a hero's journey. That is the twin flame journey. And you had to go through many trials and tribulations, darkness, dark nights of the soul, and obstacles and ego deaths in order to overcome adversity. So you've overcome a lot. It's been very challenging. You've shed many tears. You've had bouts of anger. You've had bouts of extreme heartache and sadness on this journey. But all of that has cleansed, especially the tears, cleansing the path, cleansing the way for something beautiful to arrive and to emerge. So whatever no longer serves you is going to be cleared out, at this point. It's like a spring cleaning from the inside out. And you're going to be putting whatever needs to be put to rest once and for all. So it's like, it's not going to come back in another way. You've cleared out the energy, you've healed. And whatever doesn't serve you will be moving along. And even though, this birthing process can be painful, just know that there's a new cycle coming in, and try to keep the faith, try to experience it with as much grace as possible, because there's a lot of beautiful things in store. And I know you guys are asking, because I've gotten some nice emails and some rather nasty ones about, that's why I had to post what I posted yesterday in the community tab, but about, the April to August energies. And it's like, just because you're not seeing it yet doesn't mean it hasn't manifested already. It just hasn't manifested into form. Doesn't mean that it's not on its way. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen. You have to, you're asked to have a lot of faith on this journey, and oftentimes it's blind faith where you can't see in front of you. You feel like you're crawling. The root is being worked on, divine feminine. So we have the root chakra here. The root chakra speaks to stability. It speaks to survival, tapping into any fear that you have, any fear, especially if it's unbased fear, or fear that doesn't really have, doesn't have permission to be there. Fear that doesn't make sense, fear that's irrational. We have these fears. It could be from a past lifetime. It could be from a trauma we've experienced that needs to be released and healed. But the root also speaks to your vitality, your survival mechanisms that are in place, and your ability to create stability in your life so that you don't feel like you have to seek it externally. So it's an important chakra, and the feminine's really been working in this for most of 2022, and will continue to work on it through the rest of the year to really stabilize herself and become her own woman, or become his own man. It really depends, because the feminine can be in a male body. So just you're a stabilizing force in your own life, and you're being watched over. You've got guardian angels, and you are being shielded. So I know many of you are like, what the fuck? Where's my divine masculine? Where's the counterpart? Where's the love? Where's the romance, right? Yeah, haha, it's coming up, but where is it? You're being protected. There's like a warning that says, look, if the counterpart isn't ready, whatever kind of counterpart it is, they're not going to be allowed to come in, guys. There will be a blocking. Like, for instance, let's say you go to reach out to the counterpart and you find out that you're blocked. It could be that that person didn't even block you. It could be that it somehow accidentally happened. The universe created the block so that you wouldn't get in touch prematurely. So not only so that you don't interrupt their process and disturb their healing process, forcing them to come out of the easy bake oven before they're ready, triggering you more, creating more hurt feelings, because what we don't want to happen is to get to a place where you're so fed up that you're just completely over this journey. You're like, I'm done. I'm not doing this. I'm done. I don't want this in this lifetime. And you potentially miss out on the connection. You potentially miss out on the physical part of the connection, and maybe you were supposed to have that in this lifetime. So, you know, you're being protected. I mean, this is coming up over and over again as a theme for my divine feminine. So don't doubt that you're protected, okay? Don't doubt that you're being watched over. Releasing, purification, spiritual cleansing, letting go. That's why we're you know, when we're talking to you in these private sessions, guys, we're seeing that the feminine is just, she's letting go of that which is not serving her anymore. And so in that regard, in that space, she's making space and creating space for something new to emerge. Because if you were to stay in that space of toxicity, or stay in those old cycles of, you know, allowing people to cross the threshold and cross your boundary, you're not serving yourself, divine feminine. Not only are you not serving yourself, but you're not serving the connection, you're not serving your mission as powerfully as you could if you were able to release. If you were able to just let go, purifying self, purifying your thoughts, purifying your emotions. Listening. So you're perfecting the art of listening, throat chakra. Choices, the angel of choices. Look, I know many of you are saying, I'm going to choose not to be in this connection. I understand that. I want you guys to know that when we offer these programs, the Twin Flame program, it's not like we promise to get you into physical union after the program ends. That's not what this is about. This is a program of inner union. Your inner space will be reflected externally, creating space for the physical union to come in at the right time, at divine timing. But this is about you and your abundance, you and your mission work, you and your purpose. And nothing is more important than you. We cannot stress that enough. So if you're like, I don't just want to do this another Twin Flame, you know, program or journey, like I want to just work on myself. That's exactly what this program is. It's working on yourself. It's getting you to a place where you're confident enough that the longing dissipates, the anxiety, the confusion, the fear, the anger, that all of those emotions can be handled and can be dealt with in a way that's a lot healthier, so that you don't feel like you're stuck on this journey, so that you don't feel like it's a curse to be on this journey. You can step into the blessings of this journey, but we have to do that in a way where you understand the true purpose of this journey, okay? There's just so much misinformation out there, so much romanticizing this journey. The angel of integration. So what is it that you're integrating? What is it that you're balancing or learning at this time? What is it that you are coming to terms with? What lessons have been integrated? What have you learned throughout this process? Wow, you guys have a lot of angels on your side. The angel of success. So success in your choices. I think I've seen that in recent readings for the feminine. And then integrating everything, listening. You're listening more than you're talking at this point, guys. You're really listening to your inner, you know, wisdom, and you're listening to what others are saying. You're not as combative. You're not as eager to just sort of jump the gun and speak your mind. You're kind of stepping back and you're allowing space for others to speak their mind. And you're really, you're learning through what others are telling you from their experiences. You're being educated. You're being guided in these beautiful unknown ways. That's funny. It was a card, but it was the card that just talks about what the deck is about. So let's get another card here for the feminines. What are they currently working on? Yeah, balance, integration, choices. I find achieving and maintaining balance on this journey to be challenging. So it's, you know, the push, the pull, the running, the chasing, which can really pull you off center. So it says in separation, twins can still feel one another energetically. Sometimes you get to a place where you might not really feel your counterpart at all, and that can feel kind of strange and weird, but it should be in a way very relaxing and very reassuring, and just giving you space to just be your own person, you know, because you feel like you can't be your own person once you find out you're a part of a twin flame power couple. You want your own space. Be aware of what's going on and be savvy to the energetics of the journey. When you feel yourself unbalanced, pulled away from your center, don't look to the outside for rebalance. You can do this yourself. Focus on the yin and yang inside you. Focus on left brain, right brain. Focus on your balance connected chakras. Energetically remagnetize yourself to center and then to balance. So this is about creating that place where you feel like you're connected to yourself. Don't allow your counterpart in whatever their antics are, don't allow them to pull you out of center or off center. Come back to your place of balance, divine feminine. Enabling. When I enable your bad behavior, I want you to love me. That's why I do it. So some of you might be in the stage still of enabling the counterpart, not setting those healthy boundaries. This is a learned, ingrained pattern that is taught, and it can be passed down from generation to generation. Enabling does not equal love returning. It just doesn't. Look to the self as to what kind of hole in your soul you are trying to fill with this type of behavior. This pattern does not equate to healthy love returning. In fact, it is the opposite and will bring you exactly what you don't want. So don't enable the bad behavior, divine feminines. Most of you aren't doing that. Make sure that you're holding your spot and you're staying connected to your power source. So I hope this reading was clarifying for you guys and has given you peace of mind and balance. If so, please drop a like and share, subscribe. If you guys have any questions at all, you want to connect with Holly and I, you can check out the website to work with us individually, to join the group. And yeah, have a wonderful, wonderful full moon weekend, guys. And I'll connect back to you soon.